He said, I'm not stopping till I get a face full.
Wow, the audacity of the man. Hey, only music fans, welcome back for
Hi
another
there.
fun-filled episode. Today we're talking about rude pop stars.
No, we're not, you twat.
Fuck you. And I wonder how any of them can survive the way they treat their own fans sometimes. I had
We're
a
very
story-
respectful of our fans.
We are.
if we had any, we would be anyway.
Oh yeah, all 7 of them. I had a story the other day about Gene Simmons, obviously frontman at Kiss, was doing a promotional show on his own, and after the sound check, a young lad that worked in the venue
Yeah.
timidly approached him and said, Gene, oh please, can you sign my Kiss album? And he told him to fuck off and said, no, my signature's worth more than you earn in a fortnight. Can you
Wow.
believe it?
Can I have a trailer for my ego, please?
Jesus Christ, what a knob.
Could be worse. Could be a lot worse.
Okay.
John Lydon, after a gig in New York,
Yeah.
there was a riot at the gig. I believe the curtains were torn down. I'm going to put allegedly here in amongst all of this, as we often do,
Sure
because
we
we're scared of litigation. And he was walking through Manhattan after the show, somewhat intoxicated, and was approached by a couple of fans. And he met this approach by simply spitting in their faces before walking on. So that's charming, isn't
It's
it?
charming.
And-
He said a lot without using words.
Words don't come easy. F.R. David.
F.R.
Way! And Mr. Bieber, of course, another gob-related
Yeah,
incident.
he loved on his fans.
He spat off the balcony of his hotel in Canada. I think it was Ontario, Ottawa, somewhere. I don't know.
Toronto.
Oh,
think
was
so.
it Toronto?
I think it was, yeah.
Okay. Well, sounds like you know it. Yes, so the
Big
fans
fan.
were gathered outside the hotel, and he decided to gob off the balcony onto them, and videoed it, put it on his socials, and
Posted
thought it was very funny. Yeah.
I mean, it would have been funny if just prior to doing that, he could have said to his mate, man, you could really huck a loogie on someone from here. But
Well,
he
he was from Poland, was he?
I remember the funniest spitting incident I ever saw. Do you remember the alarm? The rock
Mike
band?
Peters.
Mike Peters.
68 guns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
No, never heard of them.
The U2 that never made it, really. I went, me and some
The
mates.
Welsh U2.
The Welsh U2. Me and my mates went to see them at Kidderminster Town Hall when we were about 15.
Right.
And of course, you know that there was, during punk and that post-punk era,
Yeah.
it was quite a compliment to be spat at by your fans, wasn't it?
I remember that.
And
yes.
I remember Mike Peters in between 2 of the songs just got on his mic and he said, sorry, can you all stop gobbing, please? Worst thing he could have done. Deluge, as you can imagine. Horrible. But yeah, so
When I was at university, Gary Glitter, I was ironically booked to come and play, and it was Glitter at Christmas was the poster.
sparkly.
He got covered in gob. Everyone really.
He probably
Yeah.
liked it.
Oh, that's not a nice thought. But yes, that was quite. I wasn't one of them, but I know that that's what happened.
Back to Rude Stars, I heard this story
Yes.
the other week about Van Morrison, who is famously
Famously
antisocial.
irascible.
Yes, he is. And a fan saw him at a festival, walking around, and this guy was a huge fan apparently, and he sort of quietly but quickly sort of made his way up towards Van Morrison. He was within touching distance, and he's just about to say, thank you for the music, thank you for a lifetime of joy you've given me. And Van Morrison's caught him in the corner of his eye. He just turned around and went, before he could say anything, just went, leave it, and walked away. What a bellend.
Aw.
I mean, that's not nice, is it?
No.
I can imagine, I know what that disappointment, okay, not a pop star, but I remember the first famous person I ever saw was, do you remember Are You Being Served?
Of course.
Do you remember the
I'm free.
the manager, Mr. Rumbold?
I do, yeah.
Paul Boldfellow.
Nicholas
Nicholas Smith.
Smith, yes.
Well, we were in
Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
when I was about 7, I guess. We were in Ludlow while the festival was on, and
Yeah.
I saw him from a distance. And if you're younger than us, you probably won't know that there's a program called Are You Being Served? It was huge
Sitcom.
in the 70s, absolutely huge, and everybody
Mrs.
watched
Slocum
it.
and her pussy.
Mrs. Slocum and her pussy. And anyway, so I saw him. I grabbed my stepdad's hand and I said, "Is that Mr. Rumbold?" And he said, "Well, it looks like him. Why don't you go and ask him?" So I went on over and I just very politely tapped his arm and I said, "Are you Mr. Rumbold?" He looked down at me. He went, "No, I'm Nicholas Smith, the actor." And even at my tender age, then I thought, what a
Hopefully not that exact word.
no, I knew
And obviously
there was
he's
a
bleeped
word.
that out. I'm sure you bleeped that out.
I knew there was a word for what I was feeling at that time, even though I didn't know what the word was. But funnily enough, the second famous person I ever met was Tom Baker when he was Doctor Who.
Oh, he was brilliant with his fans. Allegedly.
He was fantastic.
You lucky thing. I wish I'd met him.
I met him in and there was a Doctor Who exhibition in Blackpool,
Oh, I'm a huge.
and he
Not
probably had every right to be a little bit disgruntled and pissed off, because it was a really hot day like today. He was sat behind a table signing Doctor Who annuals. The line of people was out of the door.
Of course.
It was a really long queue, and I waited patiently. I got to him, and he said, "What's your name, young man?" I said, "Julian." He grabbed my hand and he went, "Julian, how lovely to meet you," and chatted for a minute or two while he signed my album.
Bless
I
him.
thought, what a lovely, lovely bloke. You see, but this is the whole thing about people being rude. It becomes part of their legacy, and people talk and tell stories like we're doing now, you know. So, I mean, everyone that I've told those two stories to will know that Nicholas Smith's a knob, and will know that Tom Baker's a wonderful person. And, you know, so, and it spreads, it carries on. So people, you know, people watching telly, are you being served? I mean, if Doctor Who comes on, chap might say to us, "Oh, my mate met him. He's really, really lovely." Apparently, "Oh, that's nice, isn't it?" "Are you being served?" comes on, and the bloke's going to go, "Apparently, Nicholas Smith's a."